What's up, guys? This is your favorite host, Queen G of Queen G Live Experience. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another segment. Got to clear my throat. Got to clear my throat. Oh my God. I want to talk about something real quick. I'm waiting on a special guest. So I don't know what the status is yet, but still, y'all know I ain't got to worry about that. Either way, we gonna keep this going and we're gonna talk. And I got something to tell y'all, and I want to share. That's like major, major, major important. So y'all know I do these morning walk and talk videos in the morning. So if you don't know, please tune into my morning lives, which gives you that one-on-one, real, raw, authentic conversation and exchange with my audience and things like that. And I talk about all different types of stuff, different subjects, different things. But have y'all ever felt as if your entire life just took like a total twist or turn of what I call full circle? A full circle. I don't know if y'all remember this in numbers, but I used to be really good at math and stuff. And a full circle is 360 degrees, right? If I can remember right. I should have looked that up before I said it, but it's 360 degrees. A half of a circle is 180. And for so many years of working in this industry and in this game and things like that, I've felt like, maybe perhaps I was on 180, 160, 165. You know what I mean? It's been different calculations. But for the first time in my career, for the very, very, very first time in my career, I feel as if it is right now on 360 degrees. And when I tell you everything full circling, I I was relaxing today, and I saw this video. It was hilarious, of me on the news in Las Vegas, and it was a hit and run segment. Um, and in this hit and run segment, you didn't even see my face. You heard my name, my voice in the video. You heard my voice, and all you see is me walking across the street, and all you see is my butt. My butt, right? So it's hilarious to think that somehow these videos are coming out of the woodworks of my efforts in the industry and some of the things that I've done in the past to just try to get myself out there and make myself prevalent or present or whatever I called it or whatever it was. In this full circle cycle, I just know that I have never given up. I've never given up. I've always stayed determined, always tried something, always attempted something, always made an effort to do this or do that. I remember it's a lot of people coming to me that have now matured and things like that and have grown up in the business a little more and now understand how things work and things like that. And they have come to me like, you used to give us so many opportunities. And they're like, do you remember the turmeric, or there was another club. It was a blue something. I can't remember, in Las Vegas. And they're starting to come to me with these stories. And I'm like, I kind of remember, but I memory is, it's important, but we've worked with so many different eons of amounts of people over the years, me and Eddie, that it's like to remember every single person. Don't count it against me. Just understand that there have been volumes of different amounts of people that have come across our paths over this length of time. We stayed in Vegas 6 years alone. And that was our second, you know what I mean? We had moved from Texas to move and live in Vegas. So this is our second time living in Texas. A lot of people don't know that. So within a span, I guess, of we stayed in Texas 4 years, then 6 years, in Vegas and now 2 years here, just in that little amount of time, that's 12 years of moving around and doing different things. And we always stay true to the industry. I know that I'm coming up on my 30th year anniversary in the industry and getting ready to do a huge major celebration coming up around the spring. And I'm like, God, God, you are just so amazing, and I'm looking at even the lives of my children and how my oldest children are getting ready to drop some babies. They're getting ready to be parents again. And these are my, natural grandbabies and things like that. And I'm like, wow, not only is my career and entertainment life full circle in, but also my personal life, things of that I see around me and things that are going on and happening and things like that. It's all happening at once at a 360-degree angle of full circle activity. You know what I'm saying? And all I can literally do is go with the flow of God's plan for my life and you know what I mean, allow him to do whatever he wants to do with me, through me, for me, and all of that kind of stuff. And I say that because, you know what I mean? I've really gotten closer to God. I would say during the pandemic in this past year, and having conversations with God has been very important to me anyway, in helping me keep my, my faith level and my head level during these trying times. And it's just been so rough, so many things have been rough. And we've had trials and tribulations and things and so many this and that and that and that and that. So many things have come up and so many relationships have been challenged over this length of time. And so many people that I once used to be around is no longer around. And it's just these different intensities of different levels of things. And I literally have had to speak to God, number one, just to give an outlet of something to be able to express these things like, God, I need you today. You know what I'm saying? I need your help, your strength. I need you to help me with this decision. Like, it's literally been my go-to of, you know what I'm saying, what I depend on and rely on for strength during these trying times of what's been going on in the personal lives and, you know what I mean, with the entertainment life all at the same time. And just trying to, hold on to something that I can be strong with, you know what I mean? And I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but it's like it's been just so many intensity things happening all at once, including, my kids being pulled out of school this past year, to be sent home with computers, to be at home instruction. They had some days at home, some days at school. It's been crazy. Just last week alone, one of my daughters had some allergy issues and was sent home, but the whole house had to be COVID tested because she was sent home for throwing up at school and things like that. I mean, that kind of stuff is like, really? Like, so it's just been so intense. And then my health being compromised and, the kids, like I said, I have 7 children total, but I look at them and all of them, my oldest 2 are grown and expecting babies again. And I'm about to be a grandmother of 5. If that ain't full circling, I don't know what to tell you. And then my, mid teenagers, preteens, the middle ones have become teens right before my eyes. Little Eric, who was my miracle baby, 1 pound 7, who, now he still is special needs, still has a special, I call him my special baby. He's grown up right before my eyes, and we're having conversations, on his level to make him understand how to take care of himself better. And I'm literally preparing him, to be independent in the real world in spite of his specialness. And it's like I'm looking at that like, God, do you know what's happening in my life? And then I got my babies, my little ones, my little angels that came into my life later on. I had them in my mid 30s, and I didn't know how I was going to make it with them, but yet they have been my saving grace and my stabilizers and my little go-tos, you know what I mean? And we have our own little jokes that we do here at home, and they just keep me going, you know what I mean? Give me something to do. Keep me from going crazy up in here, and you know what I mean? How we this past year became little authors together. We collaborated and did books together, and now my kids are authors and things like that. And just how many special and hard and crazy light, many, many, many multiples of eons of moments that have taken place, in this past couple of years. I would say 2 years, honey, we really have fully evolved. And I'm like, God, you have just been so good to me. You have made my life just so interesting, and I just feel like I'm just grateful, y'all. I'm grateful to be alive, to talk to y'all. I'm grateful to be, in position to do something, to empower others. I'm grateful to have a platform, that's life changing every single day. But guess what? Let me tell you something about this. With this kind of stuff, there's responsibility. This doesn't come easy. It doesn't come overnight. And number three, it's hard. Okay. It's hard. So, the thing I would tell everybody is, as I'm here in front of you and I'm able to give these different types of talks and mentorship moments, what I would say is never give up on your dreams. Don't give up on anything. I know it's hard. Having a disabled child, do you know that is one of the most difficult things, one of the most top of the line difficult things I've ever dealt with in my life. Seeing him at 1 pound 7 in an incubator, and I couldn't even hold him when he came home, when he first, I'm sorry, came into the world. That is one of the most difficult things that you can face as a parent. You want to hold them, you want to put them on your bosom and like lay them on you. I know all my babies that were born, I got a chance to do that. With him, I couldn't. He was jaundiced. His little brain had a bleed when he first was born. He had so many complications to the point where they didn't know if he was going to make it or not. And it's just, it's so challenging. Life itself is hard. But we got to keep pushing. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep, hanging in there. And you got to believe in yourself that although there's all these challenges presented, you got to believe that you can. You got to believe that one day something is going to break through. You understand? And I never gave up on me. I never gave up on me. And so many have given up on me along this journey. So many have said, F you. and kick the bucket, kick me down. So many have done that over the years, and I literally have had to hold on to God's unchanging hand and say, literally, you can make it. You could do this. I know it's difficult. I know that you don't know what the outcome is going to be or what's on the outside or on the other side of this wall. And sometimes I've run into that wall. I want to say that. Sometimes I have run in straight into that wall. You understand? Where it's like, whoa, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? That put a hickey on my head. But guess what? I would take that, you know what I'm saying, that compression or whatever that's called. I can't think of what it's called right now. And I would put it on that knot, you know what I'm saying, with that ice on it. And I would heal, go ahead and address my wound. And I would bandage myself up. And it was painful, but I would keep going. Any means necessary, I kept going. I never gave up. And I would tell you guys, This is a week that's very, very important for me and my team. And I say me and my team, which is God, me, and my husband. Um, and as I'm meeting new team members, and I'm gonna say new family members that are coming into my life, this is a very important week because I've been put in charge in a very big capacity for something that's very important for many lives, and that is handling the media for this big, huge concert with Kelly Price and Life Jennings. And I'm saying to God, listen, God, here's another challenge put on the plate, but what can I do to step into position to do what you would have me to do? And I'm literally like getting coached by God along the way, each step, and asking Him for His favor and asking Him to help me. And then, dealing with still being a mama and a wife. And you got to give everybody attention. God, give me strength this week to help me to be able to, give everybody the undivided attention they need. And then I'm trying to rest my voice in between, I'm saying, as well, so I can get ready for this big red carpet weekend and things like that. And dealing with all the people and the new alliances that I've met and the new this and that. And we getting ready to take some pictures. We getting ready to go in. You hear me? It's getting ready to be one of the biggest. RevUpNation.com, REV upnation.com, REVUP nation.com is coming up this weekend. Let me see if I can find some information because I don't want to misquote it or anything like that. I want to give you guys the correct information for this weekend. It's called One Hope Experience. Y'all know I know some about experience. It's called One Hope Experience. One with an N, EHOPE Experience. That is the name of the event. And it's RevUpNation.com. Let me make sure I'm reading it correctly. I'm reading it off of my notes, you guys. Forgive me for taking so long. RevUpNation.com, and then it's /tickets. That's how you get your tickets. It's in Houston, Texas. RevUpNation.com /tickets is how you get your tickets. If you're in the Houston area or coming into town, please, access their website and go ahead and get your tickets for this weekend and tell them Queen G sent you. I will be there. And all of my people will be there. You know what I mean? The new family that I met and things like that. So y'all, Kelly Price is one of my favorite entertainers and artists. I love her. And I cannot wait to, facilitate and be of assistance to this amazing team. Mr. Ken James, who is the visionary behind this event. We've been encouraging each other, holding each other's hand, pulling each other up. Have you ever seen somebody, they treading and then they fall and then you pull them up and then you fall and then they help pull you up? That's kind of how we've been this week. Just kind of like trading off with encouraging each other and uplifting each other and things like that to be of encouragement. And I got my friends, who my beautiful friend who connected me. I love her. She is so amazing. She's been there for me and she set this ball in motion and I just absolutely love her. I'm not going to name names, but she's been my hidden angel. She's been my angel in this. She has been my angel, honey. If it wasn't for her fighting for me, this ball wouldn't have even started and rolled like this. And I just, y'all, when I look up and think about how many angels God sent into my life, how many different situations and different things, and how many helped me along with this journey, even including my DJ a couple of weeks ago who connected me to Percy, the place in Las Vegas, and set up that whole situation for me to do my book signing. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, angels exist. They do. They're out here, but you got to cooperate with your destiny. You got to go ahead and follow the steps that God leads you into. And I don't mean to preach spiritually, but it's the truth for me. This is my, you know what I'm saying, reality in the matter. My reality. You understand? And that is how I have been able to keep my head afloat and keep growing and keep going and things like that. Because I literally feel like, you know what I mean? I'm God's child and he talks to me and he gives me these really powerful things to do. And he puts me on his things to do list. And I'm literally cooperating with his plan and action and doing things and doing this and doing that, literally. And I just feel like due to my obedience as a child, you know how when a child is obedient and they just listen to their parent and the rewards that come out of that is just great. They're going to get some ice cream. They're going to get taken, to a special play place because they just did so good and listen to their parents and listen to their teachers. And that's how I feel. I feel like I literally have been God's student, God's child, and I've been listening to God's instruction. And that is why the doors and floods of opportunities have opened up. It has nothing to do with any kind of different type of science or anything. And also consistency. Consistency is key. Consistency has been the formula to, my success as well. Making sure that, you know what I mean, whatever happened, no matter whatever came up against us, even homelessness, you know what I mean, that we never threw in the towel about it. We kept fighting. And I thank God for my husband, Eddie Bell, who also at a certain point, he came and learned how to use a camera. Who would have thought that my husband would have been my business partner in the media? He kept, being intrigued by it and kept showing interest, and he kept studying it and he kept going for it and he kept just trying. And, he picked up that camera and learned it. He learned the angles on his own and he learned how to shoot and film, and not only shoot and film, but edit as well. And since then he has shot people like, Stacey Dash and Celine Dion and Mayweather and Dame Dash. He took the picture with me and Dame Dash. You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought that my loving husband, who adores me and I adore him, would be one of the angels also that God sent into my life to put my media image all over social media. He was, when he started filming me and we were able to take every moment and film that is when my whole destiny began to change. Because not only were we doing live shows, but we were also walking out and getting proof of our work, in the sense of him archiving everything and being able to bring it home and put it into a promo. And it was those promos that reached out to our audiences and said, okay, dang. And it, you know what I mean? It really, really, really changed a lot of the path of my career and really, really put it out there, on social media and things like that. And it just changed my life, I'm telling you. And then people went from, oh, okay, to, oh, okay, I see. Like it changed even the tone of people's mindset about, what I'm saying, what we were doing. And then the different caliber of interviews came in, celebrity wise, and we were also able to catch those, the Keith Washingtons and the, all these different interviews. I interviewed Dana Dane before. You know what I'm saying? And then this other full circle moment with Michael Collier, where, you know what I mean, a couple of years ago, I got a picture with him. My husband shot that picture too. It was at some fundraiser event in Los Angeles. I was able to capture him and get a picture with him, and how this past year he invited me personally on his Michael Collier show on the Facebook Live. And y'all know Facebook is where my biggest audience is. So people were hitting that Facebook Live. They were hitting it, hitting it, hitting it. And I was like, man. Oh, let me tell my team member. Oh, I'm tripping. So I was able to do his show, and then that opened some more doors. And then he ended up coming to the Arlington Improv here in Arlington, Texas, which is right up the street from me. And I was able to meet up with him. And it wasn't like meeting up with a stranger. It was like that was my friend at that point because he has my direct cell number, you know. And I was like, wow. Now that's a full circle moment. So the other day I actually posted, you know what I mean, the us from 2 years ago to the photos lately, the ones with, you know what I mean, him with full beard, gray and everything. Like he looked completely different 2 years ago or some years back with the first photo that I took. And I was like, dang, this is full circle. Like I'm literally taking another photo with him, you know what I mean? And this is just so dope. Like it's so dope. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to communicate because these are my team members asking me questions. So I have to respond to them. So forgive me for looking down. I never want to look down and not engage with you guys and have you see my eyes. I'm just relaying messages to my team. So, you know, this moment, it full circled. It literally full circled. And I'm like, wow. Now I got Michael Collier's personal number. You know what I mean? And who would have thought? Like, and I still I've learned to look. I've learned to look at them as human beings with an extraordinary resume. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned to see them as humans, and that helps for me to calm down and be a little more, you know, relaxed during these interviews and stuff like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta ask my team something. So it's just full circle, guys. It's full circle. It's fully come to a 360-degree angle, a 360 circle in my life. It's 360 degrees is a full circle again. Remember that. And that is what my life, the twist and the turn that my life has taken now. And we are almost 30 years in too. There's that number 3 again. We're almost 30 years in the game. So I'm getting ready to do one of the biggest celebrations I've ever done in my life. And that is my 30th anniversary here in Dallas, Texas. I found my location, y'all, and I tell you, that spot is so amazing. It's an amphitheater attached to a restaurant. I have rooms available for conferences all day, and I'm doing an all-white party, networking party. I'm doing a 1950s Great Gatsby era type of event, all red carpet affiliated. We're going to have A&Rs, talent managers. We're going to have so many different types of elements of people in the building at this event. It's like I'm looking at all this and I can't believe that I've been 30 years in. As a matter of fact, Picasso Milano, this is my brother that I have known since the beginning of my career. Picasso, can you write in the comments something that we used to do together? We were out there at clubs. This was when I was 18 years old, guys. I wasn't old at all. I had just started in the game. Picasso Milano, the one that's on here live, he's an artist as well in Los Angeles. He used to be not old enough to get these clubs. He wasn't even 21 yet. Understand, but we were a team out there on this in this business hustling. I had clients, TJ and Drew Gibson, who are still my brothers. They're singers. We used to be out there hitting it hard. And I'm like, my God. You know, and it's just again seeing him, you know what I'm saying, on here, it just it's humbling, guys. This brother has been with me from the beginning. Picasso, you've been with me from the beginning. Can you believe that? You know what I mean? Had us at award shows, promoting magazines. 77 magazine. Who did we interview back in the day? We interviewed Taraji Henson in that magazine, the bailiff on Judge Judy. We interviewed Cat Williams. This is when I was 19, 20 years old, guys. He said escorting Wendy Robinson at awards event at that remix when remix performed. Remix was TJ and Drew Gibson. And he's telling y'all what we did back then. Picasso, if I send you a link, would you be willing to come on with me? If I sent you this show link quick, let me try to send you this link and see if you'll be willing to jump on with me. I don't even know where you are in the world right now, but I just sent you the link messenger. And if you could come live with me, that would be such a bonus right now, because I just sent it to you, because only you can tell it from the full circle standpoint of back then, back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Only you can share with us what happened, when, and where we were at, and what we were doing. And we're babies in the game. He wasn't even old enough, do you understand, to get into the clubs, because he's younger than me. James Gibson is younger than me. Picasso Milano, but his name, his artist name is Picasso Milano. But back in the day, you know what I'm saying, he was my assistant. He was my personal assistant and would assist me in all these situations. I sent it to you, Picasso. I hope that you get it. That link, all you got to do is click it, and I will be able to see you get on if you if it works and is successful. So it's like, it's so ironic that you tuned in. I'm so happy that you tuned in, because I got somebody that I can sit here and kind of run some things by, you know. It's just full circle, guys, and I owe this all to God, determination, and then having amazing people like Picasso Milano, who have stood by my side all this time and have, you know, never given up on me. And he's been through some stuff and things and testimonies, and, you know what I mean, has had an amazing my God, he's had an amazing journey himself.
Go. Can you hear me? Can you see
Brother?
Me? What is up?
My God. I'm so, no, listen, I'm so grateful that you can join me, because this is tripping me out. Tonight's live, I was supposed to have a special guest, but they, I don't know what happened yet. Something happened and it didn't sync. So I just went and started talking about how our lives full circle. And I feel like after all these years, almost 30 years in the game,
don't even feel like it, right?
No. What is the time though?
I know. Woo.
You've been with me. You've been with me. Can you do me a favor for the sake of everybody and
Hmm.
tell everybody how long we've been in this?
30 years. I was 15 years old when I got the job with y'all to intern, and then y'all brought me on for 7/7 magazine, and we have collectively, out of all of the big names today that we all know and love and appreciate, we actually gave everyone their first shot. Cat Williams, as you said, Taraji P. Henson, that was her first magazine cover. I sent it to her publicist, and they were blown away. Like, it's we've done a lot. We've done a lot. We've done a lot, and I was like promotions. I was at the award shows. I escorted Wendy Raquel Robinson at an remix performed actually for some type of honoree that she was honored at the Roosevelt Hotel. And we did a little bit of everything, and we had our hands in multiple we had multiple eggs in multiple baskets as we were navigating and learning everything as we went, which a lot of people, they're not built like we're built, where we can just jump in. Okay, what do you need? Let's go to the copy place. There's been many times as we made copy runs at Staples, to get press kits or to get everything. We were up till 3:30 in the morning sometimes, making sure that the magazine was on point, because
You
the
were 15
yeah.
James, back then. And listen to this. And you were one of the most hardworking
Thank you.
people. You and Amber.
Amber, remember Amber? We did the music video together, and we were both your assistants, and we did multiple things. Depending on what you and Don at the time needed, we actually handled it and executed it flawlessly. Obviously, based on the fact that you were a fucking ultra amazing boss lady. Okay, a
Oh my
boss.
God. I don't know how to respond to that. Thank you.
You were just on it, and it was like we were learning everything as we went and navigating. And you can't have a great and a ultra amazing company without having ultra amazing leaders, and you
That's
definitely
true.
led and paved the way and connected the dots. You knew everybody. You knew
We were at the
everybody.
BET Awards.
You knew everybody. Hold on one second, y'all.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm a mute you, but go ahead. See, he's telling you like the real story of back in the day when we were in the game and I had just come in. This is not a game, you guys. Like, and he can vouch for it because he was with me. He was at the very beginning stages of my career and can only be the one to tell you the story of how it all began, only how he can tell it. Okay, he's
Okay,
back.
I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, you good.
you had us do everything. Like we were like what's needed now more than ever. Obviously, you have individuals that need that work experience. They need to, have that work experience. College is nice, but let's face it, majority of the population on our planet, um, you have individuals with doctor's degrees, master's degrees, associate's degrees, whatever degree or certification, but they're not using their degrees at all.
At
So,
all, right? I never thought of it like that. Like they're going
right,
into different lanes that they never went to school for.
right. And it's like a slap in their face, because now they have student loan debt that they have to pay back. On top of that, they're not even getting the work experience in their industries for their degrees that they paid all that money for at all. It's like it's a slap in the face, for those individuals. But what you brought to the table and what we brought to the table was, let's just push ourselves in there, knock it out,
Right.
and make as many connections as we can, because that's what it's all about, connecting. We are connecting a manager to an artist to a agent, an agent to a production or a brand, or because based on the experience that I worked with you, I'm a brand whore, and I can proudly say that I've worked with every
Yes.
major Fortune
I don't mean to
500
call you a
company.
hoe. I don't mean to
No.
call you a hoe. You know
I've
what I'm
been
saying? Look,
yeah.
the
I'm just
shoe
keeping it
fit.
real. I mean, I love brands. I love brands, like whether it's fashion,
Yes.
consumer, and that's what got me branching out into, I produced my own runway show. Like we were the first show, a charity event that we did during Fashion Week a couple years ago. And we were the first to do a runway show at Lucky Strike Bowling, out of all places, in Hollywood
Bowling
at
alley.
LLI. Sold
We
out.
didn't
Yeah,
care when we had to find the lane. We
didn't
found it,
care.
right?
We
And took
created the
it.
lane.
Yes. Ooh.
We
And one
weren't
of the
looking. We weren't looking for a lane. We created lanes for other individuals. You paved the way for other individuals, for other boss ladies, boss men, to take charge and take possession of your dreams, your companies, and your mission statements, so we can elevate the next generation and keep it going and keep it going and keep it going and elevating. You're an elevator.
How do you feel? Let me ask you this from a perspective, because I'm in this 360-degree angle moment in my life. And what I mean by that is everything full circling, okay? Everything. Even my kids are grown and having babies, and I'm about to be a grandmother of 5, and I got, little ones here and there. Like I got so much going on. The length of time that you've known me, what does it feel like to watch God's greatness? And I don't want to cry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to cry. I know. You've been through a lot. And that's what people need to see, is that you persevered. You didn't stop. That's what this whole game is all about, is the fact that we, like me, for example, I'm preparing to go on tour. I'm hitting a stage and hitting stages and pop-up tours for my music project, 90s Money, that's coming out this summer. Do you know that the things that I was like, okay, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, wait a minute. God blessed me to be walking again, dancing again, singing again. I had to retrain how to play a piano. So you are a walking testimony. Whether you see it, I know you see it, and I know you feel it. But keep in mind, for the world to see you push through your adversities and to push through like you've been pushing through like a warrior, we're warriors. They are being blessed by seeing you. Then they're able to see innate within themselves of what they want to do. We're on a planet where individuals don't even know what they want to do or what they want to be.
Right. You better speak.
What did I tell you?
Yeah. Can you please tell everybody your testimony?
Yes.
Of what God did for you, what you've been through, what happened, and what paralyzed you. Oh my God. Please, this is the
time. You know what? The plot thickens because where do you want me to start? You want me to start from my aunt?
Start from the moment it happened. Start from the moment.
Well, let's say, so my aunt, who has been verbally, physically, and mentally abusing me since I was 8 years old, I didn't realize it. I looked at it as tough love, but it was abuse, and I didn't know it. And she's going through her things. We're not sure if it's bipolar or not, but she has multiple personalities. And I had to live in that environment since I was 8 years old until I became a ward of the court and I emancipated myself from the foster care system. And I've tried many times to run away. I ran away multiple times. I even ran away to something called Boys Town, and I ran away there. And they, my aunt finessed them and said, "Oh, he's just such and such," and they released me back into her custody. And I look at that as a character building moment. The fact that I'm able to walk in a room full of vultures and still keep God first and not allow anybody, no matter what they say or do or have done to me, to to
Bring you
knock me,
down.
bring me down or distract me, because it's full of distractions on this planet. But to fast forward, a pastor in South LA had given me contaminated food, and it was on 2 Thanksgivings ago, and I felt paralyzed and almost died. I couldn't even move my neck up. It was getting to that point of I was about to be taken out.
From
And
contaminated food, you went from full on walking, being healthy,
holistic.
to completely being paralyzed.
Yeah, and I was holistic. And I did the natural route, and I still do to this day. And that you can't eat everybody's food, and you got to make sure you know where the food is coming from. What is the food? What are the ingredients? Now I get it. Like, I didn't get it
Now,
at the time.
yes.
I'm like, why is everybody like, okay, what's in here? What's in there? Okay. Sodium, how much sodium's in this drink? A lot of the drinks, even the aloe vera drinks, watch that, because that's 35 grams of sugar.
Right. And unless it's completely mixed from the natural fruit itself, there's a possibility that even it being stored for a certain length of time could be contaminated. I just went into epileptic seizures 15 times since November because of
What?
a product called apple cider vinegar goalies.
Okay. What?
Yes, it was causing me to seize.
Wow.
But I didn't know it because I was trying to lose weight and I was on this weight loss journey, and I was taking it. And it the whole time I'm thinking I'm good, but it's putting too many high levels of B vitamin into my system, which caused me it triggered the seizures.
Wow.
Also escalating my blood pressure. If I would have kept doing those, I would have died somewhere. Like, I literally would have.
Oh my God.
And I looked up on my dresser one day, and God said, stop taking those. I heard a voice from God that said, stop taking those.
Yeah.
And first couple of days, I started feeling a little better. My memory started restoring. And I was like, and so when you say that contaminated food and, some of the medicines that we put in our body to treat one thing,
it creates another one.
It's for your heart, but it's breaking down your kidney.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so finish telling us, because your testimony is phenomenal. You ate contaminated food and it paralyzed you, literally paralyzed you to the point where you were walking was good, and then you just could not walk at all.
At all. And I couldn't even move my arms. I was paralyzed from the neck down. So, like, I couldn't even move my arms, my neck, I couldn't really lift it up. I couldn't even reach the phone that was on the bed to call 911 or to call my grandma. So it was very traumatic. And the lesson that I learned from this is you can't eat everybody's food. Engage in more plant-based food. Know what's in the food that you're consuming. And obviously, the pastor, the plot thickens, Shantae, I never told you this. The pastor has not accepted any accountability. He has no insurance. I got on the phone with him. He said that I never donated like a few dollars to the church when I was homeless on Skid Row. Like, I saw him and I was like, here, take a couple dollars. This is all I have at this moment. I'll give more later. And he said, no, I never done any of those things. And he was responsible for me almost dying and being paralyzed. And pretty much all of my entire life before I felt paralyzed completely blew up and was destroyed. So,
right. And that's what I talk about too, how none of my life has ever been simple. None of it. Every aspect of my life has been completely complicated, from one thing to the next, including being 16 years of age, taking 2 kids to school on campus just to get my education, dropping them off at the daycare. But I got dark glasses on my eyes because I was getting abused at home by my baby's father.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand that not one angle of my life has been simple ever?
Ever.
Ever. And you're that same type. When I met you at 15 years old and you told me you were emancipated and things like that, and you could actually work with us, I couldn't believe it almost because I was like, you can't even get into the clubs.
But I got in.
You got in somehow.
Yep. It's
So
God.
you were paralyzed from neck down.
Yeah. From the neck down, and the doctor said I would be able to walk again after 3 months post me being in the emergency. I went through 7 hospitals and physical therapy and nursing homes, actually. And um, they said it would take 3 months for me to walk again. No, it took me 18 months to walk again. And it was, how can I say this? It was a bittersweet experience because it forced me, like, these experiences, you have to take the positives out of every human perceived negative
Right,
experience, which I did.
right.
And immediately, the very first thing when I was laying in the hospital bed was I heard a voice too. It said,
Yeah.
everybody must go. That does not serve your purpose. That has been a disservice to you since day one, whether you know it
Mm-hmm.
or not. They got to go. So that included family. My aunt, I had to ban her from coming to the hospital because she got really verbally abusive while I'm in the hospital bed, by the way.
And that's what
And
she was accustomed to doing all your life. She had been accustomed to talking to you crazy and that kind of thing. And that was her,
right,
you
that
know,
was, yeah.
that's the way
She
you
thought
grew
she
up.
thought it was normal. She thought it was normal, and
Right.
she what the wrecking for her was the fact that obviously I got everybody out, and that's a form of, you got to keep positive people around you. If you have one person that's negative or that is destructive and all that, it's going to mess up
Yeah.
all the other dominoes, whether it's in the company, whether it's in your team, whether it's in your life. You know, if you have 10 crackheads and you're around them and associating, 9 times out of 10, you will be
You go
the
follow that
11th
way.
crackhead.
Yeah. You're gonna start to follow that direction. Yes, because it's, you know what I mean, the natural process to lean in that everybody's doing it.
We are our environment, and we are who we surround ourselves with. Those 5 people in your life that you surround yourself with, multi-billionaires, thousandaires, doesn't matter, billionaires, you become it. They're a reflection of you, and you're a reflection of them. So
James.
yeah. Mhm.
And only I can call you that because your name is, you're an artist and you don't
It's
go by
okay.
that name. Only
It's
I can
okay.
call you that because we have
Yeah.
over 30 years of history in
Mm.
this game together. You were my first personal assistant ever in my life. I need you at my celebration
I
next
would
year
be honored.
in
I would be honored.
I need you to be able to get up and tell my audience some of the things that we did together. Uh-oh, he'll be back, guys. Y'all hold on. This is getting good, good, good. Y'all have no idea how honored I am to have my very, very first ever personal assistant in the business from 30 years ago on the line with me right now. He's special to me. He's always been amazing, always had my back no matter what, even jumping on the night. This was, he didn't know what to expect or what we were getting ready to do, but he
I'm
jumped
back.
on. I'm explaining to them that I'm very honored tonight to have you on the line with me because
Oh, I'm here
only
too.
you can explain and really, really verify, honestly, that this really has been a 30-year journey. Only you can verify that because you were my very, very, very first personal assistant ever in the industry at all when we first started.
Yes,
You got
and yeah, I will be honored to be there next year, and I'll see you definitely later this year too. I heard they had some type of Texas turkey leg hut or something.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to hit that up. But I will be honored to be there next year to honor you and to share the stories and to share how you have no idea of, who you cross paths with. And,
Right.
we were warriors, but you have to understand, I was 15 years old and y'all taught me at a young age how the industry was, and also how to poise and position yourself and navigate in the industry. And obviously to set your intentions and be transparent and
Yeah.
direct because
Right.
it's got to be right.
Right. And 77 magazine hit angles like the BET Awards and all these. Went to the Oscars too before.
Yeah.
This little flimsy newspaper
Yep.
that felt like paper gave us all access into the world of entertainment
Press
on
pass.
every field of expertise at every club. I was telling somebody, like, I've known Red Grant, comedian Red Grant. I've
Mhm.
known him for over 20 years because he used to be back in the day in the clubs. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Now he's running for a government position out in Washington, I believe. Don't quote
Wow.
me, but he's
Okay.
running for a high level office position out there. But he's been an entertainer and a comedian, and he's been out there for over 20 years because I remember running into him. Kevin Hart, where he been? Where was he at?
Was he
Kevin
at
Hart,
Chocolate
we ran
Sundays?
into him all the time.
In
When
Chocolate
MySpace
Sundays.
was out.
Chocolate Sundays with Cat Williams, right? All the comedians
Yep.
popped up there.
Where was Cat Williams at? Where was Cat Williams' office back in the day? Hollywood Park Casino.
Hollywood Park Casino. It was. Yes, it
I don't
was.
know. And didn't he used to host our shows in Inglewood?
Yeah, Chocolate Sundays too. Yeah.
Cat Williams used to show. He used to host our talent shows at Miracle Theater in Inglewood.
Yep.
I remember when the clown started the first. I don't know.
Tommy the Clown.
What's her name? Huh? Tommy the Clown. I
Yeah.
remember when Tommy the Clown first, the conception of that. Remember, we had the biggest Tommy the Clown show at the Miracle Theater when we were giving shows back in the day. We
Yeah.
had the biggest throwdown.
Yep.
We made the most money that night. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Because I had never seen that much money in my life in the promotion game until Tommy the Clown came into my life, and he hit that stage, and them clowns came in there, and all them kids. That whole Miracle Theater was packed out. And I was like, what in the world? We gotta do this again.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yep. Yes.
And we had a concession stand, and but Cat Williams, do you believe Cat Williams used to host my shows?
He used to host the shows for sure.
You can verify this because
Yes.
you were right there with us.
Yeah. Yep. Me and Amber. Remember when y'all did the Taraji P. Henson interview?
Yeah.
Interview. When we did the interview, she was right there. We were all right there with you, and you hung out. You guys, you and Taraji were like talking. You can see it in the interviews. The one that I sent you the magazine that you put in your book. Mm-hmm. I'll see. I have a copy of it, so I still have it, and I will send it to you. I'll bring it to you.
No, you don't have my first magazine copy. Bro, get out of here. Get out of here.
With Taraji P. Henson, I have it. I have the actual.
You don't make me
saved
throw
them.
your phone.
Look, I don't have it with me now. It's in storage because I'm moving. But I definitely have. What's his name? He played in the bald guy that you interviewed. Light-skinned bald guy, older gentleman. I forgot his name.
Which one? It's been so many. It's been so many people.
Well, I have 1, 2, 3, probably like 3 issues that I still have preserved. That copy of Taraji P. Henson was an actual issue that I took a picture of. So I have the remix.
James,
Remix
get the hell out of here right now. Don't tell me that.
Remix was on the cover of one of the 7/7 magazines. I kept that one. I kept the Taraji P. Henson one, and I sent a copy of it to the publicist, and I still have it. So I will be bringing that to you for your anniversary or before. I'll be out there in a couple months.
Get out of here. No, listen. This is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. This is what I need you to do, and I'm gonna tell everybody this. I guess live. We're gonna talk about it live. This is what we transfer here and all that.
Yes.
So I need you. Yes, I need to. You know what? I need that framed.
Okay, I'll have it framed for you.
I need those editions framed.
I got you.
And you know what? Before they get framed, listen, this is what we're gonna do.
Huh.
We're gonna
Look,
came to me.
We stay ready. We stay ready.
We're gonna stamp them at the 30th anniversary. We're gonna stamp them. Those are gonna be the official interviews that we stamp that say this really has been a 30-year journey. Because bruh, they got the date on them and everything, don't they?
It's the same. The ink may be off a little bit, but you can still read the interview from you and Taraji, you and Remix. Like you could see the interviews, and look, let me tell you, I interned for Tobin and Associates in Hollywood, the same building where Ryan Seacrest got his start with Ryan Seacrest Productions. He was upstairs. Yeah, he was upstairs, or maybe he was downstairs. Anyway.
Right.
Rodney Jerkins' studio was at the very bottom in the basement. That's where he recorded Full Moon. So I'm literally interning and working for Tobin and Associates at 6565 Sunset, where Brandy recorded Full Moon.
I love it. I love it.
So I still have those, and I learned how to preserve press kits and all of this knowledge. This is what I'm telling you, skill sets. Because if it wasn't for the PR firm, I was clipping Johnny Cochran's press clippings. So I was built for this. So that's why I was able to preserve those magazines, because I've been doing it and interning at the PR firms and everything.
Do you see my mouth open? You know, it's not too many things that shock me. But you sitting here telling me today on this live, Facebook and YouTube, that we got actual 30-year ago
magazines
that we started out in, that I did first ever start interviews in. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we tell you, devil, right now, take your hands off of James, take your hands off of me. We got to get these articles secured, and we got to stamp them babies on the 30th year anniversary night and make it official. And we got to frame them. We got to frame them.
We will.
We not only got to frame them, but we got to get copies of every page.
Yeah, I'll make sure that we have copies of it. Actually, I'll be out in Texas. Let me know what works for you, because I'm heading to Texas. I'm heading to Atlanta in June. Lunell, you know, I'm friends with Lunell and Tiffany Haddish. We're friends. So Lunell, she's back on her comedy circuit again. So I'm headed out there
at Arlington Improv.
Yes, she was. She was back in Texas. She was in Texas doing her recovery. She just had the knee surgeries, double knee surgeries. Yeah. So I'll be out there. So let me know what works for you, and I can come out to Texas. We can either do it all there if you want to, or we can make copies, or I can do it before I get there, or whatever you want to do.
Yes, when you come, just bring the magazines and we'll make the magic happen.
Okay, deal. Look at your face.
I just want to cuss.
I do it every day because God knows me, and I know God. He go ahead, nigga. I'm like, thank you, God. You didn't. And I said, look, I'll be like, ain't that a bitch? And I said, excuse me, Lord, I'm working on my cursing.
Forgive me for I have sinned. He knows our hearts.
He knows our hearts.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. Everywhere I go, I be like, ain't that a bitch? And everybody be looking, and they be like, yeah, you're right. I said, excuse me, Lord, I'm working on my cursing, Lord.
Right. Excuse my French on this too, but we were at. I got to tell this story because it was kind of
Okay.
hilarious. We were at my son's graduation the other day, and my son is he's special needs. He has cerebral palsy, so he's
Okay.
in a special education program, and
Okay.
they had a middle school culmination and whatchamacallit, they had a ceremony.
Okay.
This autistic kid comes up to my husband and he says, "What's up, my nigga?"
Oh, that should have
Bro,
been.
when I tell you we fell out. Y'all excuse me French on that, but
He said, he said, what's up, my nigga?
yeah, he was very adamant about
Oh gosh.
you gotta love life. You gotta love life. You gotta breathe. You gotta
Got
live
to.
every moment. Listen,
He been watching too many Friday movies, if you know what I'm saying.
something, but he was very he greeted my husband like that in particular. My husband is very chocolate. He's very dark skinned. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. Tell your husband I said, what's up?
Wait till you meet him.
I can't wait to meet him.
That's another great guy. Just like Don, that's another great. Both of
I'm
my
proud of you.
ex-husband is a man too, very creative and
Yep.
things like that. My new husband, great guy, amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You deserve
God
it.
said,
You deserve it because there's so many people that are like walking around like confused and dazed and confused of where's love? Where's love? You gotta love yourself before you welcome, anybody else to love you as well. You know what I'm saying? So I see it firsthand. I've seen you and Donna in your marriage, and I've seen like, the ups and the downs and the ups and the ups and the ups. It's only up from here. So I'm proud of you of who you blossomed into, and in your books, your author, your expert marketer, promoter and boss woman. So you're actually the example for women today of all nationalities to take charge of your dreams and stop dreaming on the cloud and go and take your dreams.
And we were joking the other day, we had an interview on here, and I told everybody, I said, some of y'all sitting on y'all dreams. And I said, I used to sit on my dreams too, and I got a big old heavy butt back here. I said, and booty cheeks, that smells, We gotta keep it real on here. Like, come on now.
We have to. The world needs to hear it. Yeah.
They need to hear the truth, okay?
Yes.
Don't be sitting on your dreams. Don't sit on your dreams at all. You know what I'm saying? And my God, it's been such a journey, bro. And listen,
hey, likewise.
The weekend of March 25th, 26th, 27th on your calendar, bro.
Let me lock it in now. So you know how it is. We get the
you're about to go on tour. You're about to go on a tour.
Yeah, we're doing a pop-up tour, and
tell us about that. Tell us about that as you're getting your calendar out.
Well, since you have back to work, let's go to work. We have a Ultra Starship Back to Life tour, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, back to life. Yeah.
Come on.
From being paralyzed from neck down to all the way down. Look, you back to life, bro. You can maneuver now and move around, and God has delivered you from that. You know what I mean? Golly, you paralyzed from the neck down.
Neck down. Yeah, I could not move my arms. Like it was like my balance was all. It was just all bad. And the blessing out of it is it built. As I said, I felt like a completely different person. Like I've been reborn from ashes, and it's a blessing because I'm not the same person that I was even before I was in a wheelchair. And when I was those are two different people. I'm like a completely different person. And, and I'm so grateful because God has definitely showed me so much favor and has so much mercy. And also, what's really important too is forgiveness. I was able to forgive
Right.
my aunt. I was able to forgive
Right.
all those who have done me wrong or did me dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And those who attempted to, I'm able to forgive them just with ease. I don't carry those burdens anymore. I used to always bottle shit up. Excuse my French.
No,
But I
you
had
good.
to,
You put yourself the way you need to, bro.
yeah,
Listen,
I
it
had to.
is what it is.
It is what it
I
is.
want
I
you to
had to,
always
yeah.
be yourself as you always have
Thank you.
around me. You've always been yourself and always been you. You know what,
Thank
James?
you.
Let me flip the script real
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
I want to flip the script real quick for our audience and tell them about you. Okay. Back that many years, eons of years ago, we coming up on 30th year anniversary in the business game, whatever.
Yep.
You weren't even old enough to get into the clubs yet.
Nope.
But somehow, let me tell you about your personality. You have always been a fighter. Like you
Thank you.
fought for us. You didn't take no for an answer. You know what I'm saying? Ever.
Thank you.
Like I'll look up, James, and you'll be done had the whole plan laid out. I'm like, what the hell? How did you get this taken care of? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah. I would say definitely what I was dealing
Yeah.
with at home fueled me. And I even would this is a little personal, but I'll say it. I even got on the top of the roof of the house that we were in Hawthorne, and I prayed to the stars. I prayed to God, source,
Right.
however you identify. I said, get me out of this house. Get me out of this environment so that I can thrive, so that I can blossom, because
Yeah.
being in that destructive environment only fueled who I am today. I'm able to identify narcissists, energy vampires, who else? Gaslighters. I'm able to identify that I can have a conversation with them, but I have no attachments, if that makes any sense. I'm able to step
Yes.
away so that I'm not in their crossfire of whether it's karma, because you could help somebody
Yes.
and you will be in the middle of the crossfire and get, you know what I'm saying? Point of no return, non-negotiable. So
And
it pushed
I'm
me.
just learning that now. I'm just starting to learn that now. Like no matter how their emotion and feeling is about me, I can't afford that energy that does not match up
Right.
with where I'm headed.
You're right.
You understand? Where
Yes.
I'm headed, if it don't match,
It's a no bueno.
I can't do it.
You gotta focus on you, because if your cup is empty, how are you gonna help somebody else if your cup is empty?
Right.
You got to make sure that self-preservation is key, that your cup is always half filled, is what I say, or a cup runneth over. That's even better.
Cup,
Ain't that a bitch?
now the cup after 30 years, and you probably feel the same way, it's running over now. Tours
Yes,
and
TV shows, consumer.
mhm.
I have merch coming out. This is one of them. This is the Picasso Milano "Stay Blessed and Fuck the Rest" hat. So it says "Stay blessed and fuck the rest." So we're excited. I'm excited because it's giving me the opportunity to work with people that I like to work with and I love to work with, and to collaborate with talented, ultra talented individuals and geniuses that I love to work with, rather being forced
Yes.
to work with somebody, and
Right.
elevate. So yes, we're excited.
Let me know if you need some marketing, because why
I
not?
appreciate. We will be definitely using your services. We will be rendering
Okay.
services with you as and I have a big announcement.
Tell me.
So aside from the tour, it's a secret pop-up tour. That's how we're positioning this. It's a secret pop-up tour where I'm performing like my brand new music that I've worked with so many producers on. And I'm not sure if you heard of an app called Stereo. It's a podcasting app.
Not yet.
What about Clubhouse?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna plug you in. It's Clubhouse is invite only because they're in beta, but I'll send you an invite because I have 8
Okay.
invitations that I haven't used. It would be great for you to even host about being an author. You're interacting with everyone from around the world on your phone by voice. So the blessing is I've been able to build a fan base on both of these apps and collaborate with a lot of genius creators on my album that's coming out. So you're hearing collaborations with myself, like you hear my music, and I'm collaborating with writers, with producers, with different individuals, powerful individuals on the project. But yeah, we're excited about 90s Money. It's going to be dropping this summer. 90s Money. And
90s money.
90s Money. Yeah, we have a virtual listening party happening this summer. So everyone will be able to hear the music. And we're really excited because a lot of the videos that we shot before I felt paralyzed. So,
right.
We're finishing how good God is. Like I have footage of me before I felt paralyzed and who I am now, who I've evolved to. So we're getting that ready, getting the videos ready because we're going full 90s money with it. So I'm so blessed.
I like the new image with the hair and the dreads and the color. That's you look really artist dope. Like I know, and we've been at this so long. It's like, okay, we know what to do. We ain't when you ain't a baby no more, and you're mature.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can get in the kitchen and cook that burger like it ain't nothing.
Yes, yeah. We can cook it with our eyes closed. Like,
okay, I can run a show, cook a burger, deal with the kids, the whole nine. Like, you know what I mean? We've been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I just like what you're doing. I like your vibe. And you know what? What's a trip is that you and I have actually been checking in with each other lately. We've been checking in with each other quite a bit. Yep. We've talked several times and have conversed, off this live. That's why I pulled you in. I was like, I gotta pull him in tonight because you are the other end of my 360 circle. You are the other end. You started in the beginning with me in this journey as my very first personal assistant before I even knew what management was. That's crazy. Huh?
I'm honored. And it has come full circle. Now that we know what we know now, we're able to pivot ourselves and position ourselves for even greater and higher blessings and projects and creativities and partnerships. And I mean, as I told you, I'm a brand whore. I've worked with every Fortune 500 company since I was 8 years old. Hell, I had them Coca-Cola cards. I was selling those and they were free. So I'm selling them door to door.
You just gave me another idea for my conferences. Certain titles should be brand hoes. When I do my media course, it should be called brand hoes.
Yes. We consume these products every day.
It's the truth. Like we are all brand whores. Like, come on now. We live, die, and you know what I mean? Eat, lived.
On a brand. Like what suit were they wearing up in the casket? Oh, they had a Versace. A Gucci.
You shouldn't even be looking at it like that, but don't you look. If you like I am, we look at stuff so different.
Completely. But I dig the concept and the idea. I'm all for it. And, I'm definitely there. I will be there. And, I'm so grateful because God has definitely given you and myself second and third chances of exactly. Whose life is this anyways? And who the fuck are we here to fucking impress in the fucking first place is the question.
Right.
So it's between you. We're in competition with ourselves. That's how I look at it. I'm in competition with Picasso Milano, Mr. James Gibson.
Mm-hmm. Making Shanta Gibson better and elevating what we've done and taking things to the next level. But in turn, also, you know what I mean? Because we are the light.
Yes.
Because we are the light, God is also using our lives to touch others' lives and things like that. Hold on one second. Go on and keep talking about sponsored tour. I'm gonna answer my husband's call real quick.
Okay, no worries. Tell him I said what's up. I'll see him soon. So we have 90s Money coming out this summer, y'all. A virtual listening party. And it's gonna be a pop-up tour. So I could be coming into a city or state near you. And we're really excited about it. And also, one more aspect that we're doing is we're giving back to our community. So Ultra Starship, we have pledged to donate 300 backpacks to inner city youth in the foster care system with DCFS. Actually, the same case manager that Tiffany Haddish had, we had the same case manager, Gretchen Bryars. Ain't that a bitch? So
wow, she was in the system too, Tiffany Haddish.
And we lived right down the street from each other and never ran into each other as kids.
That's deep.
So the blessing out of this is she's pledging and doing things for the foster care system this month. I believe she's doing 75,000 and Oprah's matching it for donations. I've already sent in my donation. So, any and everything helps. But with what we're doing at Ultra Starship, our Project Atrium program, is we're donating 300 backpacks to 3 different organizations. One is
great.
Operation Progress LA, and they actually have me speaking as well to the kids too. I'm an ambassador for these programs. So Operation Progress LA gives resources.
And you don't use the same whole language.
Well, we won't use the same whole language for the kids. Operation Progress LA, the Grid Foundation, which for 2 years, we partnered with the Grid Foundation, which is Eric Garcetti's nonprofit for City of LA for gang reduction and prevention. So that's one that we're doing, donating backpacks. And the third is, so Operation Progress LA is so many. Operation Progress LA, the Grid Foundation, and the foster care system. I already said all 3. There we go. So we're doing 300 backpacks.
You have that background as a foster child because it's always going to be a passion and heart project. It's never going to be, I'm just here doing stuff. You know what I mean? You actually have history as that and know and understand what a child actually feels when they're in the foster care system, how abandoning that is and alienating, and how, they go through so many mental challenges in their own lives.
It's trauma.
Yeah, because of the abandonment, basically. Yeah. My little brother Savon and I raised him, remember? And he had issues of abandonment and things like that. And our challenge even raising him was, am I going to eat today? I'm like, you're going to eat, baby. We're going to take care of you. Don't worry. But he would never believe it because he was just abandoned so bad. And that was before the age of 2.
Wow. I used to hold food in my mouth when I was, as soon as I got placed guardianship with my aunt, I would hold the food in my mouth like this. And I wouldn't swallow the food.
Serve it.
And I struggle with abandonment issues. And I just broke my generational curses. Forgiveness is key, acceptance. Yeah. And you self-love is so important, so key. And that's something that I've instilled within myself. And I motivate to these kids because they are the children. They are the future of tomorrow, but we got to do something today.
I would love to, when I come to Los Angeles, I would love to talk to the kids and come and speak. Let's set some stuff up. Like I said, you and I are going to be, it's full circle for real when we are talking about aligning together again in work capacities. Yes. And now it's on a whole nother level because we got technology and we have video cameras, and it's no longer the 2-way pager that you got to get the message on and then run to the phone booth and lose all your quarters.
That was Shante running to the phone booth. Hold on, let me go make that call real quick on the phone booth.
It was serious. And then, they started somehow cutting the thing away from the you know what I mean? The what's the name?
Yeah. It was. What you talking about?
The phone booth, the phone itself, they started cutting it. So you would have to go to another one because in the inner city they start damaging the phone booths. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, I remember that. Excuse me,
that
I
was
had to
like,
give me some
I think
fruit
that was
snacks.
I think that was a drug conversation or something. They were like making that basis for drugs or something because
Oh,
all
I
the
see what
inner
you're
city
saying.
phone booths started. You remember that they started
Hmm.
having issues with that, and they would cut it and damage it, and then we would have to go for miles and miles and miles
To find
to
another
get to
one.
the phone booth. And then if you mess up the number, or if the number is long distance, you have to use so many quarters.
Or one of them phone cards.
Yes. Oh, I remember that too when they came in. Yeah. Yep. The phone card.
You
Yep.
you have to use a phone card to call
That was
Florida.
like the
To
technology.
call
And wait,
Florida, you have to use a phone card. That's long
then
distance.
the beepers came in,
Hmm.
and you was like, "Hold on."
Yeah.
The beepers came
Yo.
in, and you started looking at the beeper number, and
What was the other
who
one
beep,
called?
and then
But
you would call them back at your convenience.
what was that other one called after the beepers that everyone had?
Let me see.
You remember you could
Well,
text on it?
they started. Well, that was the two-way pager.
Two
The one
ways.
with the
Two ways.
two-way pager. That's what I was. Yeah, it was the two-way pager that you got that dialogue and you could leave a message and they would know who it is. But then let me tell you, cell phones came out. Remember, but then it was only given to business world, Verizon, Ford type of clients. Only the ones that had the bread would have the cell phone because you know what I mean? It was only issued through Verizon. I don't know why I remember that, but it was you didn't just
Wow.
have access to the cell phones.
Wow. And remember Boost Mobile? Where you
Yep,
at?
yep.
You heard everyone's conversation on speaker.
Yeah, they had no contract. That's when the no contracts came out because at first you only could get a phone through a contract. Through like I said, like a Verizon or something like that. You could tell we aging ourselves because this I remember all those transitions because we always needed the different levels of communication to even do what we did for a living.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And
Not
we
not
had to
I'm sorry.
do
I'm gonna have
fine.
to I'm gonna have to create a whole new business infrastructure called Interruptions Are Us, because I'm the king of interrupting. Hire me for $3 to $2.5 million. I would interrupt any question.
Only you can do that with me and get away with it. It's okay. Don't worry about nothing.
Look, I'll be talking. I'll be like, oh shit, I'll be interrupting everywhere. I'll be,
Right.
I mean, you know what it is? We found our voices. We
Mm-hmm.
found our voices, and
Mm-hmm.
we are doing what we absolutely love to do.
That's true.
You have people that from last year, you have people, no wonder why they was just so miserable at their job, because they didn't even love their job. And now they were forced to find themselves for a year and a half sabbatical called COVID-19
Yeah.
to find themselves within themselves, break those family curses, and absolutely do what you love to do.
And on top of that, it send a lot of people into humbling places because where you thought you were all of that, you now became the same struggle as the person on welfare. You now became the same recipient that may have needed food stamps. And the very people you look down on, you became that. So
I saw
it
this woman
sent a
on
lot of
EBT,
people.
celebrities on EBT,
Yeah, why you
celebrities on
playing?
EBT.
Why you playing? Hmm.
Please don't come out with a EBT black card. Unlimited food, no luxury purchases, no clothes, no cars.
There might be a marketing genius. You've always been a marketing genius, so why not?
Why not? Now, here we go. Ready? Now presenting our new EBT program gift for the rich and the wealthy.
Unlimited.
Unlimited black card EBT. Unlimited food Exceptions would be luxury clothes, luxury goods, luxury cars. All of that's our only food.
There's always an outlet, right? There's always a lane. There's always. You know, I love you. I absolutely love you and adore you.
I love you too, sis.
I just want to thank you for all of your dedication and faithfulness over the years and your genuine support of me. Because
I appreciate you.
You knew me when we literally just, like you said, I think you said it, and one of the titles of one of my chapters is Create a Lane or something. I wrote that somewhere. I think it's in my book, Create a Lane. You said this yourself, that we literally were in that phase of our lives where we had to create lanes.
Yes.
And when we got to Las Vegas and we started working the entertainment business out there, and me and my hubby started like doing our own thing and creating shows and doing showcases, and it didn't matter if someone really validated us or not. We still went after what we needed to do. It was like, that's what I've been accustomed to all my life. When the going gets tough and the tough gets going, it's like you got to pull through because you ain't got no other choice. When you paralyzed from your neck down, it's a mental thing at that point, mentally.
Yes.
You got to tell yourself, you got to get yourself up.
That's what I did. That voice in my head turned into a drill sergeant. So you better get the fuck up.
Push
yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Like, those were the voices that I was hearing. Don't be too hard on yourself. Take your time as you heal. Don't rush the healing process. This healing was not only for your body, for your mind, your spirit, your soul. It was everything. Generational curses were broke while I was in a wheelchair paralyzed. I never thought that I had it in me at that lowest low.
Yeah, association would be together in the same sentence, right?
Yeah. So it's like, oh, now I get it. That was the aha moment for me. The fact that I was able to break addictions. I was able to transcend all of that pain, all of that suppressed rage, all of my life, and put it into my content, my TV shows, my music, to help others. In my book,
right?
Hell, I'm writing my first book too. The manuscript is nearly done, and I will be asking for some tips from you because I know you were an author,
major
guru.
tips for you, because you got to self-publish. You got to self-publish. You don't want to, you know what I mean, put anything into the hands of anybody else. And I got some major tips because 2019 was when my journey of writing began. And May of that year is when I started putting together notes that I had written for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Years ago. And it came together, that first book, the Queen G Media Course, The Journey, came together in like 5 months. And then wrote the second one during the month of December. My third book was written during Super Bowl Sunday of 2020.
Oh God, I'm so proud of you. You're like 20 books in right now, right? 15, 20?
It's 13 total collaboratives. It's 2 collaboratives, 6 with my children. Let me see, 6, 7, 8. And then I wrote 5 of my own that was a part of a series like that. And then I'm also working on a collaborative book with a friend of mine about the drama that goes on with relationships with men and women, the dynamic that we have and the turmoil and all the things that we put ourselves through in regards to transitioning in and out of relationships. We're writing, man, my God.
I'm so proud of you.
My God.
So proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you for getting up out of that paralyzed state and mentally telling yourself you can do this, you can walk again. You know what I'm saying? Seeing yourself walking instead of being bound to something.
Yep. I got on my feet twice.
You got to tell that story. You got to tell that story. That story got to come out.
Look, let me tell you, it's looking like I'm going to be owning the church too, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Ain't that a
I
bitch?
know. And you didn't laugh on that one. You didn't.
And
Listen.
not to mention, I'm my own attorney. I'm pro per. I've been pro per for 8 years, winning
Yeah.
cases left and right. So it's like
On your own. Ain't never been an attorney none in your life. You've been like that since you was 15 though, bro.
I wanted to
Don't be
be
surprised.
everything. What did you ask me what I wanted to be? I named everything down to
Yeah.
you. Everything. You said
Mhm.
you can't do everything at the same time, Picasso, Milano. I said, watch.
Listen, I need your attorney expertise on some stuff. Like,
I got
listen,
you. I got you. Hell, look, I'm gonna keep it real transparent. When I was going through when I was going through the arraignments of, I told you what happened, right? I evaded a peace officer because I thought they was trying to kill me.
I think so. I think we had that conversation. Yeah, we had that conversation.
How did I go shooting a court show and ending up in court in real life? Ain't that a bitch? The police car was following me from street to street. Didn't turn on the lights. Didn't say pull over. I didn't know what was going on. And plus, black people, plus black men and women were being shot and
Right.
killed. So you mean to tell me I hit, I said, I don't know what, it was fight or flight. I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, they're not telling me to pull over. They're not saying anything. So my thing is I just went in high-speed chase, about eight police cars, a helicopter. I didn't hit a parked car. The man had fell on the floor. I had to pay for that too. And I was on my way to get cupcakes. So that was the most expensive motherfucking cupcake in life.
You never ate in your life. Did it have at least some icing?
You know what? Let's just say the icing was the fact that if I did not go through these experiences, it wouldn't have made me who I am today. And
Right.
thank God for what didn't happen, because a white woman was crossing the street with her newborn baby and a dog. Thank God she got back on the curve, because we probably wouldn't be having this conversation right now. So thank God.
Yeah, it would have been. That would have been bad.
But look, the day that I became my own attorney was when I walked into the courtroom in a big ass fur coat trench. It was gray. I still have it. I have my.
You think you are
for real.
Big
Hey, I came in there with Louis Vuitton shades, all day carry bag, and I want to say Saint Laurent boots, black boots. I still have it. And I walked in that courtroom, and the bailiff turned and looked at me. He said, "Are you the attorney today?" I looked up at God. I said, "Thank you, Jesus." I said, "Yes, I am."
Yes.
And I proceeded to be my own attorney ever since. That's how it happened.
You won that case?
I served time, but I was able to negotiate with the judge. Every time they would call my name in the courtroom, I would walk up. I would kind of lean in. I would lean one foot in, not both feet. I would say, "How you doing, honorable judge? How's everyone doing? Shit like that." And I literally was the person. I didn't want a public defender. It was me the whole time, having a conversation with the judge. Judge, can we move this? Can we schedule it out where I can do the community service this time? I was on 3 years probation, by the way. I kid you not. I just didn't feel like going to check in, because when you're on probation, you got to check in every month with your hand and all that stuff. And that one time, I forgot to call.
That's what you're saying. You did the time served. You did the time served.
Yeah, because they put me back up in jail. They had me in jail probably about 3 times, based on that incident. But when you don't do your community service, they count that as 2 weeks in jail or whatever as time served.
Yeah.
And they dropped my rapper's degree, felony, to a misdemeanor, thank God. So, yes, they were about to give me a rapper's degree. And
don't make me drum roll with the water bottles. Drum roll.
Yo, they wanted me in there for I wanted to say almost 2 years. They wanted me in there. I was in there for a couple months, thank God. but it felt like a long time. I was like, give me the hell out.
Yes.
But you know what? These experiences, you got to pull the positives out of every human perceived negative experience and know that the universe is working and conspiring for you and for your wins
Yes.
rather than the opposite. And that's what I had to learn. Is just let God do what God is going to do. What's for you is for you. You don't have to keep up with the fucking Joneses, because hell, where are the fucking Joneses during the pandemic? Where they at?
Even if we don't understand it, we're literally pieces to a complete puzzle that God has, and we just gotta, you know what I mean, be placed in the different parts of that puzzle until it all makes sense and makes a complete puzzle. If you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
I hope you understood what I said. Like
I know.
really.
So everything that we've ever experienced, every job, everything which led us to at this moment in time, which is an illusion, by the way. All those pieces came together, like you said, full circle, because you gained the skill sets, the knowledge, you gain the work experience, you gain where not to go back to. Ain't that a bitch?
Right.
And where to push forward. So yeah, you're right. It is pieces that have come full circle for me as well as you.
My God, and this is just so powerful tonight, having you on here.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Even this, my client or person that was supposed to come on here just did not, respond. So I was like, you know what? Let me get on here and just reserve this show and not just throw it in the can, because I got some stuff to say. Yes. And I think that we need to really, really speak on grace and mercy for our lives and our career and things like that, and how everything has completely full circled, including I got some grandbabies in the stomachs of my daughters cooking right now.
Oh, and I'm so excited.
Grow and develop. I'm like, that's my blood in there.
Yep.
What a beautiful creation, and what a beautiful time in my life, where even not only is it full circling, where my youngest babies are now getting older, got their own cell phones, in school, you know what I mean, have a real full life, but also my adult children are creating a whole new generation for me, and it's beginning to just full blossom. And then to have you on here tonight, my career assistant from 30 years ago. This is so full circle. If I ain't never lied and said, don't make me throw this light that's on my face. My God is gracious, merciful, and just, the thing is, if we follow our spirit and our heart, you understand, and not only just follow our spirit and heart, listen to the instruction and carry it through too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let just that word drop in your spirit and you be like, oh, okay, I'll get to it later. No.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you something real quick.
Okay.
Tiffany Haddish told me, she said, Picasso? I said, yeah. She said, you need to write everything down. So I said, okay, look, I wrote everything down. You know what that means? The power of intentions. Every day I wake up, whatever you do to get out of bed, what gets you out of bed? What gets you excited about life? What gets you motivated? We living in the times where people are unmotivated. Hell, even teachers getting paid more on unemployment. Ain't that a bitch? So we got to stay motivated, creating additional revenue streams for our lives, our business, our legacy, our teams. We have to set and be the examples of what being blessed and healed by God and Source looks like. Because when the people and everyone sees you blessed, excuse me, I'm pointing over here. Excuse me. When they see you blessed,
I'm following your finger.
She's like, and let me you over there too. You over there too.
Let me tell everybody, James ain't never been gay. He's just an artist and got his fingernails painted.
Look,
Let me tell everybody.
Look, I'm goth. A lot of people don't know. I had spiked hair. I had spiky hair in high school. Well, it was big. Look, I accidentally became goth. What happened was I put the S curl on my hair too long, and my hair had got real straight, and I just it was spiky.
You know how silly we are. I'm just messing with you. And just,
I know.
You know, brother, and we can only do that with each other and have this, his
nail polish is black. What's going on? Yo, I can't.
It don't matter anyway, right? Because you creating lanes that is whatever you need to do, right? So it don't matter anyway.
And look, don't be surprised when you see my videos and my visuals where I'm in all black. Right. You feel me?
Right.
Come on.
Hey, look at what color I got on today.
Let me see.
I never wear black, but today I'm in black.
I love it. I love the black hat. The black. Is that a hoodie?
No, this is just a it's a top with a thing on it, and it's
is it stretchy?
Yes.
It's okay, breathable, right?
Yes.
That's really important because I strive for breathable clothing because it's getting hot now. Yes. You know, I was cooking up in a leather jacket.
Right, exactly. You know what? I just want to say again, Picasso Milano, the new you, the old you, which to me it will always be James.
Yes,
and we
always
have the Gibson name in common as well. Your name is James Gibson. Government emancipated. You emancipated yourself at age 15. You've always been determined, always been smart, always carried your own, always been bold and able to walk into any room and have that presence from the time you were 15 years of age. I want to say to you,
thank you
tonight for being on here. Thank you for being my confirmation in person, live, to make people understand that this has not been an easy journey. You know what I'm saying? And that this has been really, really hard.
Yeah.
You know, the length of time and the length of years and all the things that we've done. And guess what? Let me tell you this, and this is confirmed tonight too. From you, from your own words. Your character does not change. The character and caliber of who you are, that part is a spiritual thing. Yeah. You may mature, you may get better and wiser over the years or whatever, but let me tell you something. The character of who you are, it's been 30 years and you say the same stuff about my character that people say today that meet me now. So your character stays with you, and that speaks volumes. That tells who you really are, what you're about, and you know what I mean? That, hey, you know, you've been smart for the 30 years I've known you. So I'm not surprised. We're joking about it, but I'm not surprised that you defended yourself in court as an attorney. I'm not surprised on that. You know why? Because you've always been this up here. Brains, beauty, smart, determined, confident, all of those things, to the point where you talked us into deals before you were even 18, able to even get into the clubs legally. You understand?
Yep.
Putting pieces together for our company as we were starting new in the game that, you know what I'm saying, put us up on top.
Yep.
You've always been that. So as you get ready to embark upon this tour and go into these different levels and continue your work in the foster care system, and as God begins to take your life and career to the next level, and as you come to put this book out, you hear me? I'm looking at you now. I'm looking at your face.
It's called Fuel. It's called Fuel.
Everything full circles.
Yep.
You understand? So when you're in alignment with God's plan of your life, these kind of moments happen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? These kind of moments that we just can't even explain ourselves. You understand?
Yep.
How is it that we would reunite again after 30 years in a work capacity and be like, okay, let's walk right on in that door like ain't never been no breaks.
Like it was never no breaks.
You've been paralyzed. I didn't have seizures. We didn't have, you know what I mean? I didn't have babies. I didn't have 7 kids. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But
Yep.
yet somehow God saw it fit for this puzzle of my life to be reconnected
Full
so that we
circle.
complete
Yep.
the full circle puzzle of my journey and life. And I just want to say to you, God bless you in all of your amazing upcoming endeavors.
Thank
Everything
you,
that you
sis.
touch will manifest monetarily as well as spiritually and prosper in every way, in every corner that you turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Everything will be blessed
I
from
believe
this time.
it. Yeah, from this time out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. When they say when you paid your dues, well, I overpaid my dues and overpaid my debt to society. So
Overpaid.
right, right. I'm kicking down doors, windows, doggy doors if need be. Hello, I'm here.
Hey, we taking the whole window paneling out. That's how deep it gets. You know what I'm saying?
Completely, completely, completely.
We are coming to the almost second hour of our show. I ain't did a 2 hour show in a long time, but because this is you, and we always
I'm grateful.
can't
Thank
leave
you.
each other quick. We never can leave each other quick. We just can't never do that. What
I
y'all are
called you on
seeing,
Mother's Day. Remember?
you did.
Wait. You butt dialed me back by accident, and I called you back.
Oh,
I said, "Happy Mother's Day." You said, "Thank you," and you said, "Did I call you? Did you?" You called me.
I am a butt down sucker. When I tell you, all this bugs back here, it's like it's liable to do all kind of stuff. I just it was so funny earlier, real quick on the show. I mentioned that one of the Las Vegas news channels videos popped up on the memory, and
Mhm.
it was about a hit and run. It was a hit and run segment about how many
Oh,
people cross
excuse
this
me.
intersection all the time and they get hit by cars and things like that. And
Mhm.
all you seen was my butt. In the exclusive news thing, and I repeated and I reshared it. So go back and watch. It's
I'm gonna
really
go watch
funny.
it. Wait, wait,
All
wait.
you see
So you mean to tell me that your butt was featured on the new?
the news.
That
You didn't
means
see my face. You
I'm
heard
gonna
my
go back
voice
and see
being
it.
hit all the time.
Wait. You ready for this, Shantae? You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
How I knew and believed since a kid that I was destined for greatness and destined to be this big, huge, superstar, all that
Mhm.
ultra amazingness, was that I noticed seeing like the silverware, cups, cookie jars, tables, and shit on the TV. It was in my house, and I was seeing it as growing up as a kid. I'm like, wait, that's the same jar. That's the same thing. That's how I knew it was a confirmation for me. And plus, I was born at General Hospital. Like the stories. I was born at General
The real
Hospital.
General Hospital. They used to come on. Yeah. I used to watch General Hospital with my babysitter. That's how
Really?
I knew about that soap opera.
My
And I got
mom.
into the stories. I got into the stories like it was my dramatic. You know what I'm saying?
My mom, my mother, rest in peace. Dad, rest in peace. I'm doing this for them. I'm that. Oh, also, it's looking like that I am a Manifest Escapes travel ambassador now. So, charter jets to wine countries is happening next month, and more excursions are happening. You literally are there for like the weekend, and you're doing these ultra amazing excursion, wine tastings, cheese and just hanging out
Oh,
room and board included. Room and
I
board
got to go
included.
on your. I got to
Yes,
go on your experience for real,
you
for
have
real.
to. You have to because everywhere I'm going, this is deep. Everywhere that I'm going, traveling again. I'm going all the places that my mom and my dad never got to go.
Never
They only
went.
stayed in LA.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm,
So
mm,
it's full
mm.
circle. That's why I'm coming to Texas because my dad is from Dallas. I've never been to
Right.
Texas. So I'm going back I'm gonna do a shoot out there to honor my dad. Then I'm gonna
Well,
do a
bring
shoot in LA.
the magazine articles and let's touch base before you come here
Okay.
to make sure that we sync because that is mandatory. We got to put that on schedule. Do you know what dates and stuff you'll be here yet?
Not yet, but we can coordinate that because I'll be in Atlanta for Lunel's comedy show. And I'll be at the studio out there. I got family out there too. So I'll be out there working and at the
Okay.
comedy show. So I'll be out there for probably a week. That's in
Okay.
June. And then
And I would love that
later.
exclusive with Nell so that we can tell our audience where she'll be and where her tour is launching at and what's going on with her. If you
Yeah.
can,
Yeah, I'll tell her. I'll tell her because
Okay.
we're planning a surprise for her because we shot the pilot. She's on our pilot for Unfiltered TV that's coming out. So
Okay.
we shot the pilot, but I felt paralyzed, so I had to stop everything. So she knows about it, and yeah, I'll let her know because we're planning
Okay.
a surprise for her. So if you can get out to, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the
Yeah,
logistics, but
we'll go out there and talk about it later at a later date. I literally am hearing the growling noises in my stomach. It's telling me I'm hungry. Let
go
me get
eat.
off of
Go
here.
eat. Lord have mercy.
You
Got
know,
me hungry too. I'm about to go eat too.
I absolutely adore you so
Love
much.
you
You've always
too.
been a very intricate part of my life and my career. And I just want to say publicly, I appreciate you so much
Thank
for
you.
all the sacrifices that you have made over the years on my behalf.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I want you to know that live. Okay. And you're very special to me.
Thank you,
And I'm
sis.
gonna let the world know it in that 30-year mark anniversary that we do. You'll
Okay.
know how special you are to me. So God bless you, sir. Let's
Thank
connect
you.
soon.
We
You are
will.
amazing, of course, always. And y'all follow him on his tour. Follow
Thank
him
you.
on all his social media platforms. Picasso Milano. He's my what that little boy say? You my you my
Wait, what did he say?
what that little boy say to my husband at the graduation? You
You my nigga. What's up, nigga? Look, you my nigga. That's a new one.
You're right.
Nigga.
Hey, hey. So I love you, bro. Peace.
Love you
See you
too.
later. All right.
Peace.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all saw me get a little more loose tonight than normal, but that's my boy. Like, we go back 30 years of history. He was there literally at the very beginning stages of my career. I had to get him on here to talk about, how this journey really has been. So if you watch my shows, you'll know this was a special, special, special edition that I didn't expect myself. I didn't know which direction it was going tonight, but I'm so glad that he came on here. Now we have the original articles. We will be securing the original articles that I had from 30 years ago of me doing an exclusive interview with Taraji Henson. We will be framing those and putting them on the wall and making an official frame of these exclusive interviews. Listen, whatever y'all do, what you have learned tonight is never give up on your dreams. I know it's hard, it's not easy. There's a lot of sacrifices involved, but you know what? You can do it. And these conversations that we had, hopefully it inspired you and really, really, really got you mentally in the right mind frame. Let me see what Shelly said. At me, please, Picasso, to your social media. I would love to talk to you. You are an amazing inspiration, and I'm proud of you and my sissy. Thank you so much, Shelly. I want to say again, rest in peace and my condolences to the family of Miss Tawanda Warren, who is a sister of ours from the Faces of Rap Mothers. Heaven has gained an angel. I want to jump off of here and go feed my stomach. It's growling. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all so much. This your girl, Queen G of Queen G Live Experience. I'm out of here.